بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. So inshallah, we're going to finish off the numbers hopefully in this lesson inshallah. Okay, so we have the third lesson regarding adad and numbers. So again, we're in the khatima of the entire book. And in this khatima, we're discussing ism and those rules of ism which are not linked to i'rab or ma'mul or amal. And in here we discuss the masdar, mushtaq, the jamid. Then we discuss ma'rifa and nakira. We discuss mudhakkar, mu'annath. We went through muwahhad, muthanna, majmu'. Then we went through tasghir and nisba. Now we're moving on to adad, and this is where we are right now. In the previous lessons, we discussed the muqaddama in the adad. We said the different types of adad. Then the second fasl is tadhkir and ta'anis, ifrad and jama' and i'rab. Okay. So in the muqaddimah, we discussed this adad mufrad, meaning those numbers that occur one number on its own, they don't come together. For example, 1 to 10. This is one word, واحد اثنان ثلاثة عشرة. Then we have ishrun. And then we have ishruna, tis'una, mi'a and ألف. All of these are numbers of single units. Only one number on itself makes it up. The other numbers don't come together. They have one number on its own. Then you have adad murakkab. In adad murakkab, you have tarkib majd and you have tarkib atf. Murakkab majd and two words just come together, comprise without any structure. And tarkib atf is when you have a ma'tuf alayhi ma'tuf. So this is what we done about the numbers. Then we said there are three rules we need to know about the numbers. Is it going to be mudhakkar or mu'annath? Is it going to be mufrad or jama'? Or is it going to be, what i'rab is it going to be? So we need to know those things about those. Okay? Regarding the mudhakkar and mu'annas, we said what? That there's some numbers that have an allowance of ta'anith. Some numbers change gender, and some numbers don't change gender. The numbers that change gender are 1 and 2, and 3 to 10. They're all 1 to 10 basically, but 1 and 2 and 3 to 10 because they have slightly different rules, we categorize them separately. But in total, it's 1 to 10. So numbers 1 to 10, the adad mufrad, they change gender. Similarly, contradictorily, ishruna, tis'una, mi'a and ألف, they don't have feminine forms. واحد has واحدة, اثنان, اثنتان. Ishrun is not ishratun or ishrat, it's just one. So in here, you don't have to worry about these changing because they don't, only one you have to worry about changing is these. These don't change at all, so it is ishruna all the time. Okay? Yes? Okay. Okay. Now we're moving on to, and then in there you also mentioned a few rules. You mentioned, for example, 1 and 2 has mutabaqa, and 3 and 10 has one. So numbers 1 and 2 match the ma'dud. It has mutabaqatun. Whether it's a mufrad or a murakkab, it has mutabaqa. And 3 to 10 has mukhalafa. Whether it's a mufrad number or a murakkab number, it has mukhalafa. The adad and ma'dud will be different. Is that clear to everybody? Understood? Okay. What we're moving on to now here is looking at it from a perspective of mufrad and jama'. When is it singular? When is it jama'? When is it singular? When is it plural? Okay. So what do we have here? معدود واحد موحد ومعدود اثنان مثنى. The adad is a number, ma'dud the thing you're counting. So in adad and ma'dud, will agree in 1 and 2. Why? Because they're man'ut not basically. We did this already in the Arabic book, I'm just explaining it here again. Okay? For example, رجل واحد, إعراب, number, gender, they agree. وامرأتان اثنتان. So they agree in number. Okay? معدود ثلاث إلى عشر مجموع. The معدود of 3 to 10 is going to be plural. For example, ثلاثة رجال أربع نساء. So look, whether it's masculine or feminine, it's always going to be plural. Yes? From 3 to 10, the adad is going to be plural. The ma'dud is going to be plural, sorry. So far, so good? And everything apart from this is going to be wahed. So only have to, so 1 and 2 agree in number, 3 to 10 is going to be plural, and every other is going to be mufrad. For example, ishruna rajulan, so ishruna, you have rajulan. Mi'atu imra'atin, alf waladin, singular, singular, singular. The only time they have plural is when it's what? 3 to 10. So far, so good? Yes? So if you go back again, we have the tadhkir and ta'nith and ifrad and Jama'. So here, 1 to 2, what's going to happen in the number is going to be Muwahad or Muthanna, will match in number. In 3 to 10, it's going to Majmu'. And everything apart from that is going to be Muwahad. And now we're going to go to the I'rab now. Everybody following? So the three aspects. You have to look at is it Mudhakkar or Mu'annas? The other Mudhakkar or Mu'annas is a Ma'dud, singular or plural, and the I'rab between the two of them. So now move on to the third rule. What's the third rule? Is now regarding the I'rab al-Adad wal-Ma'dud. What is it going to come in terms of I'rab? So يقع واحد واثنان نعتا, 1 and 2 become the na'at. For example, رجل واحد وامرأتان اثنتان مع من'ut na'at. Then معدود ثلاث إلى عشر مضاف إليه. 3 to 10 becomes what? مضاف إليه. 3 to 10 become what? مضاف إليه. Okay. For example, ثلاثة رجال أربع نساء مضاف إليه. Yeah, so 1 and 2 من'ut na'at. 3 to 10 is going to be مضاف إليه. ويقع معدود أحد عشر إلى تسعة وتسعين. From 11 to 99, what happens? It becomes وعشرين إلى تسعين. Even the mufrad, the murakkab, when you have two numbers, 21 or 31 or 33, even the 30 by itself or the 90 by itself, these become tamyiz and mansuban. This become what? Tamyiz, and it's mansub. Yes? أحد عشر رجلا منسوب تمييز. 90 امرأة منسوب تمييز. Okay? And then مئة and ألف are also مضاف إليه. For example, مئة رجل مضاف إليه. ألف امرأة مضاف إليه. Does everybody follow? Everybody with me? So if we summarize, we have مقدمة في الأعداد. Okay? So, in adad, we say we have adad mufrad, singular numbers, or murakkab, multiple numbers. Then we have the rules of adad. The adad, is it going to be mudhakkar or is it going to be mu'annath? Is it going to be ma'dud, is it going to be mufrad or jama'? And then we have the rules 1 to 10. Then we have these rules that we've done. And then what we've done right now is the i'rab. So 1 and 2 is going to be not. 3 to 10 is going to be mudafun ilay. 11 to 99 and 20 to 90 is going to be tamyiz. And 100 and alf is going to be mudafun ilay. Is that clear? So let's just do one big summary and let's see what happens here. So in numbers 1 to 10, there's 3 things you have to ask. Mudhakkar mu'annas, singular, plural, and the i'rab. So 1 and 2, well, you say because they'll match in everything. You have mutabaqa in number, you'll have mutabaqa in gender and number, and mutabaqa in i'rab is not. So numbers 1 and 2 always agree. Ithnani, ithnatan, they always agree the ma'dud. Yes? Numbers 3 to 10, same 3 questions. We say numbers 3 to 10, in mudhakkar mu'annas is opposite, mukhalafa, opposite gender, chiastic concord. In mufrad and jama', what's it going to be? Numbers 3 to 10 is going to be jama'. Correct? And in terms of i'rab, what's it going to be? Mudafun ilay. Correct? Numbers 3 to 10 is going to be mudafun ilay. Is that clear? The next one, we have 11 and 12, 21, 22, 31, 32, 41, 42. In mudhakkar and mu'annas, what happens? In mudhakkar and mu'annas, you have mutabaqa. Yes? In ifrad and jama', what do we have? Mufrad, tamyiz and mufrad. And in terms of i'rab, it's going to be tamyiz. So for example, you'll have here, ثلاثة, you have here, ثلاث وعشرون رجلا. Okay? This will match with this one. When you have 13 to 19 or 23 to 99, the 3 to 10, 3 to 9 basically, what happens then? Mudhakkar mu'annas is mukhalafa. Yes? What will happen? That the first number will be opposite to the tamyiz and will also be opposite to the second number. So for example, you have here ثلاثة عشر رجلا. Yes? Tamyiz will be mufrad and the i'rab will be tamyiz. So this will be opposite. Thalatha will be opposite to that and that. And then 20 to 90, you have mudhakkar and mu'annas. In terms of being mudhakkar and mu'annas, it doesn't apply. It will be mufrad and it tamyiz. And in mi'ah, because these don't change at all. So then the mudhakkar mu'annas doesn't apply. Mufrad and mu'annas, mufrad and jama' is going to be what? Mufrad. And in terms of i'rab, what's it going to be in terms of i'rab? it's going to be mudafun ilay. And alf, same thing. Number and gender don't apply, but in mufrad and jama' what happens? It's going to be mufrad and it's going to be mudafun ilay. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? So in each of the numbers, there are three things you have to look at. Is the number going to agree in terms of the gender of the number? You have to look at is it going to be singular or plural? And what's the i'rab going to be? So these three questions have to be answered for each one of these. And we get through a summary of all of that. Yes? So that's the end of numbers. So we've explained it here in one way, I've explained it in the Arabic book in another way, I've explained it here now some other way, I don't remember how I explained it there. Whichever way suits you, got different playlists regarding numbers. Just, you can, whichever, the point is, you must know the numbers, however you can understand it. Okay, subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.